Hi, my friends. So, this is how the course is going to be structured. I'm just explaining the structure of the course through one of my of your course through one of my courses, right? And when you go to Blackboard, and you need to have you need to, of course, be familiar with Blackboard. I'm sure all of you by now are, and so our communications and everything, right, will be through Blackboard, right? I mean, I will send you announcement through Blackboard, and I will communicate with you otherwise, collectively through Blackboard, and of course individually through your emails, right? So, but if you look at your the way the course is set up on the left-hand side of your sort of screen, you will see that there is, of course, announcements, right? And that is announcements that I will have for you, right? But then you will see that there are learning modules, right? So let's go and try one of these learning modules, right? And this is, say, module 1, and I will explain the nature of modules for you, right? But in each module you will have 3 sets of material, right, which you have to sort of take care of, right? So what are these? To begin with, we will have each module will have lecture videos, right? So these lecture videos, in this case, you have 3 lecture videos. What is history, calendars, what is civilization, and there will be another one adding to this, right? So you have the lecture videos, right? Besides the lecture videos, you have the reading material. The reading material, of course, will be the material from your course book, right? The Earth and its People, and we will discuss the course book once we get to the syllabus further in the syllabus, right? So you will have your textbook readings, right? Read or other reading material. In this case, you just have your textbook reading, right? For now, and then you have number 3. A series of other videos, supplementary videos, which you are also responsible for, right? So in any module, right, you have 3 sets of sort of material: the lecture videos, the reading materials, and the supplementary videos. And as we will see, each module has a period, right? And at the end of that period, you will have 2 quizzes. One of the quizzes will be on the lecture videos and all the lecture videos. Another part of the quiz would be on your readings and the supplementary videos that you have seen. You will have 2 quizzes in each module. Each module basically takes care of 2 weeks of learning, right? And you will see the dates of each module and so on. So basically, the only deadline that you have in each for each module is the quizzes about which we will talk about, right? So let's move on, right? So that was our module, right? Let's now go to the course information, right? And I want us to say go and see what is the case about this course. As you will see, part of this course, right, will be we will start this course by questioning the very title of the course, right? The history of Western civilization. We will make a problematic out of it, and then the rest of the course is sort of the objectives of the course are written under the objectives of the course, right? We will have modules, and in these modules will take us through through 5,000 years of history. We will talk about them, right? So then I want us to see the modules. Actually, you see here that the course schedule, you have module 1 that goes from August 25th to September 12th, module 2 September 13th to October 3rd, and so on and so forth. And lastly, you have module 7, right? Now, bear with me while I get my glasses. Okay, so as I told you before, right, for each module, the deadline that you have to keep in mind is the deadline of the quizzes, right? Each module, if you look under quizzes, I'm describing it for you. Each module will contain 2 quizzes, one called a lecture quiz based on the lecture videos, as I mentioned to you, and the other one called reading quiz based on the readings and supplementary videos from that module, right? In the first module, we will have a supplementary, another quiz, right, which is a geography quiz. So it is very important that you familiarize yourself with the geography of the world that we live in. As some of you have gone and checked my student evaluations, and you see that they have said that be sure to know your geography. She's very, very concerned about geography. Yes, I'm very concerned about geography because where you live dictates, right? Dictates actually the experiences that you will have in life, right? Obviously, right? So it is important to know not only where you are, right? But because we are living in this connected world of ours, and now nobody can say that we are not connected to each other. And you see that, what happens in the Far East has implications for Europe and United States of America, right? You need to know how the world is arranged, right? So you will have to pay attention to your geographies if you have not paid attention to your geographies. But we will talk about the geography later on, right? Okay. Okay, so these quizzes that I am talking about are administered in Blackboard, right? Yeah, inside each module folder, right? And they will be automatically graded. That means as soon as you take the quiz, you will know not only a rundown of, God forbid, your mistakes, right? You're not gonna have any mistakes, right? But your grade, right? You will get the results of each quiz once you have taken the quiz, right? And the quizzes can be, and the questions will be mostly multiple choice questions, right? Or multiple answer questions, right? The difference between the two is that multiple choice, right? There is only one correct answer, while the multiple answer questions, right? There might be many correct answers, right? Keep in mind that in this multiple answer sort of setup, you will be penalized for choosing the wrong ones, right? As well as not choosing the correct ones, as it should be, right? Okay, and so as I said, you once you submit your quiz by clicking OK, then you will get your grade, right? So these quizzes are also randomized, right, per student, and very importantly, this is one thing that you have to keep in mind, is that no matter when you decide to take your quiz, after you have done all the material, right? Once you sit down on your quiz, you will have only 20 minutes to finish the quiz. You cannot stop it and go back and come. You cannot sort of you basically will have time to answer the questions on your own, right, to the best of your ability, right? Which this takes me to this whole business of academic integrity, which I will get to in a second, right? So it is important. So you can take your quiz, for instance, the quiz for the first module, right? When I have opened up the class material, you can look at the first module, right? And take care of all the material in the first whatever 3 days, say something, right? You concentrate, and then you take the quiz after 3 days, and you're done with module 1, right? And you could move on to module 2 when it will be available, right? So you could take it at any time once you're prepared, right? But once you start taking it, you only have 20 minutes, right? So there will be basically 7 times 2, 14 quizzes plus one extra geography quiz, 15 quizzes. Except for the geography quiz, I will drop the lowest grade of your other quizzes. One, I will decide which one to drop, and I will drop one of your quiz, the lowest, obviously, of your quiz grades, right? There will be no midterm, right? Because I'm constantly examining you. We are constantly examining. You are constantly examining yourself, right? And so there would be also, besides the quizzes, there would be 3 essay assignments, basically of 1 page, or perhaps if I decide I will make this 1 page under essays to 2 pages, I don't know. On the questions that I will provide for you beforehand, and the instructions on how to answer the question, right? I will give you 3 essays, and I will correct all of them, but I will return to you 1 essay, right? I mean, this term I will have 90 of you, right, my friends, and just making sure that I reach to all of you and teach my history, our history to you, right? It will consume most of our time. But I want to tell you one thing, my friends. Yes, well, we will talk about other issues later, but well, one of the things that I wanted to say, let's go to the academic integrity part, right? And about quizzes and about essays, right? I don't want to cover this, right? I usually don't cover this in my classes because my presumption, right, is that I am dealing with 90 brilliant students, right, with brilliant minds, right, who are coming to me with full integrity, right? Yeah, I mean, I get goosebumps, right, when I talk to you like this. But it is true. That is how, I mean, I cannot see you, unfortunately, right? You cannot always see me, right? But this is the bond, this is the contract that I have established with you, right? That I will perform for you through this semester, right? I will sort of relay to you the knowledge, the knowledge that I have garnered for after 3 decades of teaching and writing and whatnot. I will promise you that I will do so to the best of my ability. Right? This is my part of the contract. Your part of the contract is based on the presumption, right? That I'm as I said again, yeah, as I said, I'm dealing with um, fully civic people, right, in my class, civic, right, who know the value of knowledge, right, and who want to learn, right, and who realize, right, at the moment, right, we have to make sure that we pull ourselves together, right? Because unfortunately, we are not living in a society that provides this opportunity for us equally, right? So okay, my friend. So the presumption is that you come to me with full integrity, and you come to me, and there is nothing that I can do to force you to learn, right? Obviously, you're spending your money and you want to learn, right? The presumption for me is that you want to learn. And the syllabus is basically the contract between you and I. So lack of academic integrity, right? And I have explained it under quizzes and under essays for you what I mean by these, right? Is not an issue, right? Because of my presumptions, right? Because of our presumptions vis-a-vis each other, right? So the essays, I talked about the essays, and the final, my friends, right, will be in the last week of classes, which is December 13th to 17th, right? The final will be a sort of 20% of your grade, right? And as soon as we have the date, or as soon as I find it, I will let you know, right? So, the textbook that we will be using is called The Earth and Its People, A Global History. Be careful, we need volume 1. I recommend that you take the 6th edition, but you can take any edition after edition 3, but it is your responsibility if you take any other uh, edition. It is your responsibility to compare the chapters and make sure that you're reading the chapters that I want you to read, right? And then if there are and other matters about the textbook are written under textbook, right? And I explained about the supplementary material, and I told you about our lectures, right? And we talked about so I think my friends, that covers that. I hope I have been clear in explaining our sort of format for our course. As I said, we will have 7 modules, and the first module that is open for your information at the moment is module 1, where we will talk about among other matters, nature, humanity, and history. So, my friends, I am delighted, as I said before, to be with you, and we will start our story from my next lectures onward. I bid you farewell, and I'll talk to you soon through other videos. Yeah. So bye, my friends, for now.